Hi everyone, I'm Carol from Ozford and I'm here today talking to one of our lecturers at Ozford Institute of Higher Education. So this is Dr. John Annakis. Hi John, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
Very good.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're here today to talk to us about your role and your course here at Ozford. So please first start by telling us a bit about you, your background and what your role is here at Ozford.
Right. John Annakis. I've worked in higher education for the last 20 years at different universities, but and have my background is, I've got a Bachelor of Arts, an honours degree, an MBA, so I've cut my teeth with business area, and a PhD. And I've taught in undergrad and postgrad programs here and overseas, and I love teaching. I'm passionate about it. And at Ozford, I'm employed as a lecturer, and I teach in the specialisation areas of management mainly and marketing. Yeah.
Fantastic. Great. So I'd like you to tell us a bit more about the Bachelor of Business. I know that your area is marketing, and so I understand you've got a PowerPoint to share with us. Give us some information about that.
Yes, of course. Yes. So with the Bachelor of Business at Ozford, having taught at a number of different universities, this one is what I'd say, it's an interesting program. It's up to date. It covers core areas of what other degree programs cover at 39 other universities in Australia, and other private providers, but it specialises in what we call three core areas. It's not proliferated all over the place where you're picking units from everywhere. So it's very practical, it's theoretical, and it's geared towards getting students to specialise in, say, three career areas, which are in demand at the moment. And there's different delivery methods, and as we are in lockdown and and our students are local and international, we have what we call blended mode, so from face to face and online. And at the moment, we have real-time online, but who knows, in the future we're back in the classroom too, but we're flexible, we deliver that way. There are what we call Trimester Approach, where in terms of flexible learning, where you could get students in to do part of their core units, to integrate them intensively in 6 weeks at 6 hours a week, and other units are run on a 12-week cycle. But I really like the block mode. From my experience, it works well because it's very intense, and students get to subject at one subject intensely and not overloaded with 4 units running.
Yeah, makes it easier for first-year students when they first start studying.
Yeah, because that's where drop-off happens with students, motivation, especially on online environments. So that way, and it's run what we call through tri-semester rather than 2-semester, and it allows students to study hard and run during the day, back to back, and Monday to Thursday. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So the degree program's a 24-unit program with areas of specialisation, like I said. And so people can focus either on a bachelor degree general program or a recognised accounting program or management and marketing, but they still get that core foundation for business students, which I appreciate, because my experience is that we need financially literate people, strategic people, problem-solving people. You can't just say you're learning one skill, multiple skill development, and then they can specialise in their core areas. Now, what's unique about this program compared to some of the other programs is it's pretty relevant compared to some of the other university programs I've taught in, where not only do you get your core foundation units, you get to study emerging areas and subjects I teach, like project management, innovation and entrepreneurship, in particular, are very what we call, they've got their theoretical structures, foundations, but the applications are really up to date. So, for example, with project management last term, we ran a case where students had to hypothetically respond to a tender for to set up a digital marketing platform for a retail business in a regional area, and work to the costing, set up the budgets, set up the strategy, and hypothetically apply for a tender which had a brief, and they were competing against each other to see which group would get that tender. Now, if you were to do this in the real world, that's how it works. You have to have your business plan, your project scheduling, costing, everything, and it's pretty hands-on, very hands-on. And with innovation, which I love, I'm passionate about, I've been teaching it for years here and overseas. Students are asked when they first do their theoretical part, where they looked at the theories of disruption, innovation, and startups, and then they're asked to put in an innovative startup idea of their choice, refine it, develop a business plan, cost it, look for external investors, and write it up as if it's ready to be put up in front of business angels or venture capitalists. So not many universities do that in undergraduate programs, but it's got a bit of an edge, I believe.
Definitely.
Yep. So the other units you would see in other degree programs, and for example, in HR, the management specialty, you would look at HR, international management, project management, strategic and all behaviour. So we cover from team development to leadership to, looking at international strategy. And marketing is, I say, starts to look at some emerging fields beyond the core areas like marketing research and communications. We touch on internet marketing, mobile marketing, and some of the emerging fields there. So it's up to date, current, and adapted. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So you've got a classroom, face-to-face time, blended time, and we are live. So it's not, posting up older YouTubes or whatever. It's current. The theories, the e-textbooks we use, the case studies are relevant, and The project work we do in teams is very practical. It's experimental. People get to learn how to fail in a classroom before they go out and set up a business or change a business and cause carnage out there. So it's best to experiment in a classroom. Yeah. The course itself has got it's got TESCA accreditation, so it's recognised like any other degree run through the other 39 universities, and we go through rigorous accreditation procedures. A bit overkill at times, but it's needed. It's transparent. Where if you're running a 3 pieces of assessment in one unit, you know, what are the course learning outcomes? What are the unit learning outcomes? Do you have rubrics so students can see what they need to meet that standard? We moderate, and you know, it's a professional course. And the other outcomes are that, although this is not my specialty, in the accounting area, students can get to apply for the appropriate CA recognition, but the units, the way they're set up, and the course, the way it's set up in the specialisation, students can also become members of the Institute of Managers and Leaders, which is now the new name for Australian Institute of Management, and they've got thousands of members in Australia. And of course, ARI, which is Australian Human Resource Institute, which I'm a member of. And it's recognised if you do the Bachelor of Business course and do the HR component units, you are eligible to become a member, from student member to professional member to chartered member fellow. So it's got a bit of weight in the industry because HR is a recognised area. And of course, these courses match other university programs, and you can articulate up into postgrad. And for students from local or international, doing a degree, as I know, is not enough these days. You need to specialise further, and they could, you know, go into postgraduate areas. So, yeah. And finally, what I think is really invaluable is an internship program.
Yes.
Different universities use different approaches, different colleges use, but this is a mandatory component for students. And one of the things is giving students a competitive advantage is not only how the courses run, how intense, the academics, their research, their industry background connections, is that this particular course has a mandatory component where you do a real practical work-based project. It's team-based, and you can specialise if you're accounting or HR in a firm, and that looks good on your CV. It also, because one of the things I say, having been a recruitment consultant in industry for about 3 years, an external recruiter, is hey, we always reinvent ourselves. If you haven't got experience, a work-based project is the start. It also, like IBL programs or other programs other universities use, is the employer gets to know you. You start to network. Beyond your own group, you're starting to network outside.
Yeah.
And why do people do courses? Is it to learn? Yes, of course. Yeah. Having been a student all my life, it's they learn for learning's sake, but we are becoming obsolete. Our skills are being obsolete because of the digital platform. So students need to articulate. Um, I don't like people saying that, oh, young people, millennials are, short attention spans and they're multitasking. I mean, that's stereotyping. We all have to multitask. A degree is just a degree. It's how you use it. Uh, the rest is how do you problem solve? What edge have you got? But yeah, I like the course. It's very targeted. 3 areas of specialization, and it stands, well in industry. It is recognized.
Yeah. And with the internships, which years do the students, when during the course do students take the internships, and how long are they for?
Yeah, it's not, so a good question. It's not as if it's the internship happens later on once
Yeah.
they've got all the grounding in the area, and they've done, so it's normally done at the end of the course.
Right. Yeah. So you build your way
And
up to it. Yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, some students don't know what they want to specialize in. Some know, yeah, I know, I'm doing accounting, I'm doing that. But you get to do it at the end once you've picked your major components, and it's normally run over a 2-unit volume, meaning it's equivalent to 2 units. So a normal unit would have, say, 3 hours contact plus your own personal time. This is more intense and it will run over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
So you get to work with industry, not just for a 1 week period.
Yeah.
It's a longer period. And you got your supervisor, the academic, who facilitates, and they're sort of a go-between between industry. Make sure industry is not using you as making coffees and running around. You're actually doing something.
Yeah, real life working. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, really useful. And I suppose, some students might actually get real work out of that as well, getting references and building that network of people. Some good opportunities will come from those internships.
And historically, I found with different variants of internships that if you run them fully paid, you have a problem of students just dropping out of the course and jumping into the company. But having it as the hurdle is you have to finish your degree.
Yeah.
It's an incentive to get industry experience plus to finish your degree.
Yeah.
It's not because we can all go and work anywhere, but the incentive is to complete your degree and get the experience. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that PowerPoint.
Thank you. So yeah, if you have any further questions, yes.
Yeah. So just to reiterate some of the information that you said, that Ozford, you're teaching the Bachelor of Business, specialization marketing and management, and that this is a really unique opportunity because the internship is mandatory on the course, and it's at the end. And you have different delivery methods, so online, blended, face-to-face. Yeah.
And live.
And
live.
Yeah, and live. Yeah. So all the lectures, that I understand that they're recorded and they're put onto a system for the students.
Yep, on Moodle, and we have an interactive tutorial where breakout rooms, problem solving, and we can work on projects. Yep.
Yeah. Wonderful.
So it's not pre-recorded, still sitting there, but we have that as a record for study, for exams, for whatever. If you miss it, being called away, something happens, life events, it's all there. Bit overkill, but it's all there.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Dr. John Annakis, for giving us all that information today. And if anyone watching is interested in joining Ozford Institute of Higher Education, joining one of our courses, please check out our website, which is located on the screen to my right here. And any more information, please email. You'll see the email on John's screen there, info@ozford.edu, and we'll see if we can help you with any further information. So thank you so much, Dr. John, for speaking with me today.
Thank you. Thanks, Carol. Excellent.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Okay.